Hello, friends, and welcome to SuttonsDaze. If you're new here, my name is Lisa. We are all about pantry preparedness. And in my quest to bring you a replacement for Thrive, right, I have another order from Emergency Essentials. And so I wanted to open that up and go through it with you so that you can see what it's all about. Let's get started. I got my box, and it's got some different stuff in it. Yes, it does. So I ordered 4 different number 10 cans. And then I also ordered a couple of other things that you can get also. So one of them is that Aquamarina water treatment. I wanted to try that out. And so I'll be letting you guys know more about that as we move forward. And emergency sleeping bags for our go bags. I thought these would be handy. I don't often see the sleeping bag option, and I thought these would be good. So they're Mylar, right? So they are super thin, but they're Mylar, and it's an extra added layer of protection in an emergency, which I think is very helpful. Each box contains 1 emergency sleeping bag, and what it does is it reflects your body heat, so if we lose power or something like that. So even if you lose power and you're in your house, it's a great thing to have. What do we have here? Let's see. So, oh, that's heavy. Okay, so we have butter powder. I got lots of questions about the butter powder. So we'll open that up and take a look. And then we have, I'm looking forward to this one. It makes my mouth water. Sweet potato dices. I am really, really looking forward to that one. And then we have peach slices because they're good. And then, oh, this one's heavy. Barbecued baked beans because, they're barbecued baked beans. So we're going to give those a look-see and see what it's all about. So first we're going to open the butter powder. Okay. And it's a heavy can, so we shall see. Now, butter powder, what is it good for? All kinds of things. But honestly, what I use it the most for is adding to my bread recipes. They just have this amazing texture when I add this to it. So I do use it mostly for that. Okay, so that is the can. Okay, it's all settled. And it looks just like Thrive's butter powder because I think butter powder is butter powder. So, yeah, same thing, only different. And it's a number 10 can. So I will recant that and be using it in my recipes just like I do this. It's a nice way to add that butter flavor, Okay, I'm excited. I'm so excited. So let's cross our fingers on this one, okay? Sweet potato dices. I love sweet potatoes. I cannot eat a whole sweet potato. So I don't do them very often because it just seems to be a waste. And I want to make sure, I'm going to be so excited. Look at that. That's how full the can is. Okay. And can I? Okay, even like this, tastes like a sweet potato. Yes, it does. So I'm going to get a little thing. You know what I'll do? I'll use this little yogurt jar. Let's refresh some of it. And again, what is the ingredients are mixed freeze-dried sweet potato dices. Oh, no, that's the directions. So sweet potatoes, that's it. That's the ingredient. And then mix freeze-dried sweet potato dices in warm water and let them sit for 5 minutes. So we're going to do that. I will show you what that looks like. So I just added a little bit of water in there. We're going to let them soak while we continue along. And next are the peach slices because peaches is good. And you could hear the airlock on that one. I was too busy talking on the other one. I didn't pay attention, but you could hear the airlock on this one. Okay. Okay. Oh, see, I'm going to be impressed. Look at how full that is. That's fantastic. And those are the peach slices. Uh-huh. Yep. That's going to be dangerous. Okay, so I want you to see. And what's in there? Peaches, no additives or preservatives. Yeah. These are on sale right now, I think, too. So take a look at the link down below about that one. Now, I waffled on this one because, I don't do meals, in this kind of stuff. But Ready Hour, it is all part of the same parent company. And these are barbecued baked beans. And what are the ingredients? Pinto beans, sugar, cornstarch, tomato powder, onion, garlic, salt, smoke flavor, green bell pepper, yeast extract, black pepper, citric acid, cayenne pepper. And the ingredients are, for 2 servings, 1.5 cups. The barbecue mix, do 1/4 cup, and beans, 1/2 cup. Boiling water, 2 cups. So you open the can using the chart that I just mentioned, because they have for 2, 8, 12, and 22 servings. You want to whisk the barbecue mix and the beans in boiling water. Simmer for 20 to 30 minutes. Remove from heat. Let stand for 2 to 3 minutes before serving. Those are the fastest baked beans you'll ever have. And, okay, so now I'm interested in the separation of the barbecue sauce and the beans. Who's ready for this one? I might have to have some baked beans for lunch. Not what I had planned, but baked beans and sweet potatoes. Yay. There we go. And, okay, so that's what it looks like when you open it. We're going to take out the oxygen absorber. So these have been freeze-dried, it looks like. Yep, because I couldn't do that with a dehydrated one. Even though it doesn't tell you. Interesting. And they have a barbecued baked bean chili on the back. So, but this, I'm assuming, is the barbecue sauce. Come on. Whoop. Baked beans everywhere. Okay, so got to get these up. So by the time you take the barbecue sauce out of the bag, or out of the, the bag out of the can, you have about 1/2 can of beans. And it only takes 1/4 cup of this to make 2 servings. So there are 22 servings per container. A serving size is 1/2 cup as it sits, dry. So if you want to do the entire batch, it's 22 servings. So it yields 16.5 cups of beans. So you add 5.5 cups of barbecue mix, and then 2 3/4 cups of beans, and 22 cups of water. Wow. Okay. Do you want to see what it looks like? I know, me too. This is going to make a mess. Let me get myself set up. So what I'm going to do is hope that this fits. I think it will. It's like, it's in there. And it's all the way at the top. So I'm afraid of making a mess. Okay, and it does have the notch, without me cutting it with the scissors. But I really want to try to avoid making the mess, because I can do that well enough without assistance. Okay, so we're going to put that in there. Come on. Okay. Forget it. I'm going to make a mess. It is a resealable bag, so it has that, Ziploc feature, and it has an oxygen absorber, and there we go. And we've got a cloud, yes. You want to make some? Let's make some. By the way, that's what it looks like. Okay, it says 2 cups of water in the pot, bonus, and then 1/2 cup of beans and 1/4 cup of the mix. So we will do 1/2 cup of the beans. There we go. And 1/4 cup of the mix. And she's still making a mess. And we will grab our whisk, and we will whisk it up. Get off there. Okay. We are going to bring that up to a boil. Oh, I probably should have boiled it before, but we're going to bring it up to a boil, and then we're going to simmer it for 20 to 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and show you what it looks like. What I can say, and it's literally been going for less than a couple of minutes, is it has an amazing smell. It has like a nice smoky smell to it, and it's thickening up. That's the cornstarch, I'm betting. So I'm going to turn down that heat and let it simmer. I mean, already it looks great, and this is less than 5 minutes. And these are still sitting there. So I'm thinking, are these done? Nope, not yet. But they're still good. Look at those. Oh, see, now I'm making a mess again. But the smell is crazy good and super thick. I am not used to cooking on flame, and so hopefully I don't scorch anything. We shall see. Smells like has that smoky flavor like when you go to a an actual butcher shop, you know, and they smoke meats there. That's what it smells like. Oh, yeah. Sweet potatoes. So I put it in the microwave for a minute to further along the process because I wanted to taste test them. So they are kind of anemic looking. Okay. They're not orange like, you know, sweet potatoes typically are. And that may be due to the freeze drying process. But we're going to give them a taste test. Freeze dried sweet potato dices. They tasted more like sweet potatoes when they weren't refreshed. That's odd. They kind of taste just like regular potatoes. But when I tried the one straight out of the can, it tasted like a sweet potato. But heating it up seemed to have lost some of that. Okay, jury's out here. I mean, in theory, I really wanted these to work because I love sweet potatoes. But yeah, it tastes more like just a regular potato. Huh. So this is not the last sweet potato that I'll be trying. I have an order coming in from another company, so I will try those too, and we'll see. Jury's out on the sweet potatoes. Yes, it is. But those baked beans, wow. Wait till you see them. And I could just sit around and sniff these. Okay. Nice and thick. Nice and thick. And the smell is outstanding. So, of course, I did get it to stick a little bit in the pot, but, I mean, look at how thick those are. And it's just like going into that really great, you know, meat market. Okay, but these are hot. So we're going to give these just a second to cool off. And then that is all those little broken pieces. There we go. Yep. But that's okay. A bean's a bean. And they don't feel hard. Do you know what I mean? They feel like you can smush them, which I think is the purpose. These have to cool off for a minute. Okay, we're going to give these beans a try and hope I don't scald my mouth horribly. Yeah, we'll see. I just want to sit there and sniff them. They smell so good. These are good. These are really good. I could cook them just a little bit longer. And I was supposed to put them into boiling water, and I didn't. I brought the water up to a boil with all the stuff in there. No, that flavor is good. Okay, so those are definite. Definitely going to add these. Yeah. Okay, so I took the label off because I had to recant them, you know, into a couple of these. But let's see. So a half a cup is 48 grams of carbs, 240 calories. Ooh, they got a little kick. They got a little kick to them. Yeah. Which makes about, so a half a cup makes about 3/4 of a cup prepared. Okay. 9 grams of protein. It's a little high on the calories, but it is barbecued. You know, it does have, like I said, pinto, beans, sugar. There you go. Cornstarch, tomato powder, onions, garlic, salt, smoke flavor, green bell pepper, yeast extract, black pepper, citric acid, cayenne pepper. That's a little bit of heat. Yeah. And this is what they look like. So these, yeah, I'll put a few cans of these on my shelf. If nothing else for the sauce. Huh. So, yeah, that's our emergency essentials haul for now. Okay. Definitely, these are a go. Definitely the peaches, those are really good. And I recanted them already into 2 of these because they're airtight. So a number 10 can fits in 2 of these. And I have the butter powder. That's a little bit heavier. Okay. They're butter powder. This is a go. Yeah. This is a definite go. And the beans, definitely a go. Jury is out. These taste more like russet potatoes. Now, they smell like sweet potatoes. They just didn't taste like sweet potatoes once they were cooked, which I thought was peculiar. Yeah, there's nothing in there that, you know, says otherwise. But half a cup is 70 calories, 15 carbs. Nothing but sweet potatoes in there. So, interesting. Maybe that's why we haven't seen sweet potatoes a lot of places. That could be. But we'll give them a try. And like I said, I have another company coming in. Should be here, I don't know, within the week. So we will do an opening and a taste test of those too, if you are interested in any of this fun stuff. And these sleeping bags, I think these will be great in an emergency when there's, it's not even a matter of leaving, you know, you're not using them on purpose like a sleeping bag. Well, you are, but it's in an emergency situation, or if the power's out, or, you know, something weird has gone down. Having these in our go bags, I think will be very beneficial. So we've got a couple of these. And then I will be doing a separate video on the water, specifically the water treatments. Yeah. I have heard phenomenal things about this company. So it kills odor-causing bacteria and enhances the taste of stored potable water. And that's where I heard most of the testimonials, was that your stored potable water, which, as I mentioned in the water video, when you store water, you're going to have to, when you open it, you're going to have to shake it up to aerate it, you know, because it loses the air in it. And so you have to do that no matter what. But apparently this helps with that stale taste that might be in your potable water also. And this treats up to 60 gallons. But it does have an expiration date. So we'll look more into that in another video coming up. If you want to check out any of these, the link is down below. I greatly appreciate it. And we'll be doing a water video coming up about these. However, if you want to see more about water storage, check out this video right here. Until next time, everybody, be safe. Stack it to the rafters, my friends.